out. So we are going to go over here. This guy here. This is my first drone. This is the Parrot Mambo FPV pilot and race drone. 720 camera, stabilization in the drone. It has 3 different piloting levels: beginner, intermediate, advanced. Nothing like your typical, FPV racing 5-inch, 3-inch, 4-inch quads. Learn to code. I never got into that, so I have no idea. So let's get into it and see what we got in the box here. So inside the box we have this guy. So little tiny quad here, probably about 2.25 inch blades. They just pop on and off. These are brushed blades. It does have an optical sensor on the bottom, which does help out for stabilization. Being that this is my first quad, basically beat it up. I ran into trees, fences, flew it in the house. It came with prop guards. I don't have anymore. I broke 2 of them, so those went bye-bye, just because I got really used to flying it. I do this one generally line of sight. It does come with the goggles that you can use with your phone, so you can see, where you're going and where you're headed. It says 720p, but this little camera here is pretty grainy. It is a Lego style. That's what I refer to it as. It's almost like a Lego block in there, with the male and female connectors. It just pretty much snaps right on there. You link it via Wi-Fi through your phone, and then you download the app, which everything basically walks you through the Parrot app. And you can link up and just start flying FPV. The controller, very, very generic. Like I said, it's not like your typical, Tyrannus or your Radio Links, where it doesn't have it down here. So your sticks are fixed in certain spots, or right in there. You can change all of these different modes. This one I just have it does a 180 really quick. Your takeoff and land, and then these are your various flips: forward, backwards, and then your side to side. The batteries on here, they're just 1S batteries, not like your typical ones on your quads with the small pin connectors. You can see it's a 660 milliamp hour. Generally, they last me, since I do fly this one line of sight, they last anywhere between 3 to 5 minutes. If I do have the camera on, you're lucky to get 3 minutes, just because it does drain a lot of power. But that's to be said when you're adding more accessories on here. This drone, top speed is maybe 18 miles an hour. It's nothing fast. It's not a carbon fiber frame. It's just a spongy type plastic. It does hold up though. I mean, the only thing I've broken is the prop guards. The frame hasn't been damaged at all. On the back, you just have the USB here, which does light up green when it's running, and then red when you're charging. Front 2 optics here, not optics, but just lights. Those just come on when you turn the drone on. They go from green when you're syncing up. I'll do this on here with the controller. You can see it's in a bind mode right now. It's automatically bind out of the box, so this remote always connects to this drone, which is pretty nice. So as you're swapping out batteries, the only gripe about it is that these batteries, other than lasting very minimal amount of time, they're kind of a pain to get out. I take the other battery if I don't have my pocket knife on me. I kind of jam it in there and grab these 2 tabs together. I know it's hard to see with the lighting, but what I'll do is I'll just kind of stick this in here like so, and then grab those tabs just to kind of get it out. But that's these are the batteries here. I got an extra set with the charger for like $10 on Amazon, along with extra props. Just because when I first started flying, I didn't find that I was going through a lot of them, just flying this thing around the house, but I got more experience with outside. Don't want to fly it on windy days. These little micros, as a lot of you know, they don't tend to handle wind very well. The goggles, nothing special. Obviously no camera in here. You have to plug your phone in here with the app, and you have to go into FPV mode, and it'll split it up. The only adjustments it has here is basically your dials here for your eyes. But I mean, it's comfortable. It's nothing special. It did just get me into into the drone thing and having a set of goggles with the FPV. So that was kind of neat. I don't use them all that much. Like I said, it's just to have. My kids use it. They love it. They love looking through the the camera and all that fun stuff. But the kids fly this no problem. It's a really simple drone to fly. You know, for the price, I know this one's getting a little bit old. There's definitely other models, but this one's mainly compared to the Tello drone, which I think is a little bit more intuitive than this one. But obviously that comes with a price. But for my first drone, I really enjoy this thing. I still fly it. I do have my Mavic 2 Pro. I still have my Mavic 2 Zoom, Autel Evo. Those I'm going to try and review as well, just to get this channel going, because as you guys know, this is my first channel. So I'm going to be getting into a lot of FPV things, basically what I use for my my business and how I make some extra cash and all that fun stuff. But yeah, this was my first drone. And then we'll basically just do a whole series as far as drones that I've had and, you know, my levels that I went up to, because I did get into GPS drones. Now I'm getting into FPV. GPS drones I use mainly just for taking photos for real estate and a lot of basically contracting out whatever people need photos of in the air. I go out and take care of just as a hobby. But yeah, I'll get some footage up here, and then we'll see how this thing flies. I'll have it flying around my backyard, and just to show you the stabilization and just you know, the top speeds. So we'll do that here in just a moment. But yeah, we'll get to the next part. All right, we'll take it on a little flight here for you. You see, it's pretty stable. That's why I let the kids play around with it. There's the red indicators. I let this one die out a little bit just to show you. So, but I think when the red light's on, I don't think you can do any tricks. Pretty much tells you to get home. So yeah.